Hi, this video is going to go over the inking process for our Flint corn directed drawing. So we have our directed drawing and we are ready to begin inking. We're going to start with our fine point Sharpie. That's the thicker one. And what we're going to do is start at the bottom of the corn. And we are going to go around the squares and outline it in an oval shape, starting from the bottom and going row for row, outlining each designated box in an oval. When you're done going over the oval, and when you're done completing a row or two, you'll see that you may have white negative space in between the rows that did not get outlined. That is where you're going to fill in using that black Sharpie to make sure that all the negative space in between the kernels is solid black. It's important that your Sharpie is nice and dark. So if your Sharpie is running out, please make sure you switch it out. You also need to be very careful not to pass through any of the husks that might be overlapping the corn cob. So for example, you can see in this next row, there is a husk that is covering part of the kernels in the next row. So I'm going to make sure that I am not going to pass through it. And as I'm going row for row, I'm going to go back and fill in that negative space. We're going to cover up our kernels or outline them in all three corn cobs first before we move on to adding our ink techniques. And when we're done, it should look something like this. Then it's time for us to get our ultra fine Sharpie. That is the skinny one. And you're going to choose your favorite inking technique that you feel the most confident. I'm choosing scumbling. Now, I'm going to go ahead and scumble outline all of the husks. One side of the husk is going to be just a thin scumble outline because that's going to be the side where there isn't a shadow. And it is the other side of the husk that I'm going to intensify my scumbling because it is where I want the shadows to appear. So you can see as I go around the other side of the husk, I'm adding my thin scumbling first, and then I'm going to intensify it and make it even thicker. So on the right side of all of my husks, my shading is going to be more intense, thicker, and it's going to represent those values that we practiced in class, going from darkest to lightest. Once you've finished all of your ink techniques, all of your husks and stems, it is then time to get your block eraser and really look closely for any visible pencil marks that you have in your husks, in the kernels, anything that is left. Enjoy!